Hello, Bees. It is August 7th, and it's sometime in the afternoon, I think, about 3. So yesterday I went to try and I went and got a blood test. The really good news is that my blood has gone up to almost a 13, which is something I haven't seen in 10 years. So something good has changed. But I'm thinking that just taking the prilosec probably removed the acid long enough for whatever boo-boo was leaking to stop leaking. And I think I could have had that incompetence, and then some. But I'm not going to cry over spilt milk. Alright, so get back to yesterday. I went to got my blood tested, and then I had called 3 hours ahead of time to the nurse practitioner and asking her, well, why don't we get an x-ray of this lung and see what's going on with it? And so I gets down to the lab where they do the x-rays, thinking that my order is in and I just have to sit and wait my turn, and they hadn't heard from her. So they called her up and they asked her blah blah blah, and they, they're all apologetic, and I'm thinking, well, can a nurse practitioner do that? Can she order an x-ray? I don't technically have a doctor since I was given to the family practice people, and they gave me to her. I don't have a, quote, doctor, but I'm sure she has to account to somebody over there that's a doctor. Anyway, long story short, I had, she told me she was very concerned, not concerned enough 4 hours ago to write the order in for the x-ray, but concerned enough to tell me that she thinks I should go to the ER, which tells me that a doctor is at an ER, so there's something stinky there, and I'm going to find out the cause of it and flush that toilet pretty quick. But I sat in the waiting room. Now, I didn't want to go to the ER, and I told them I didn't want to go to the ER because I'd already been in the hospital, and I could see the people lined up like they were waiting at an ice cream parlor, on a hot day. They were almost booked out the door in their seats. And I'm like, no, but I did, she really begged me to go in, so I went in. I sat there for 4.5 hours with a poor woman that got bit by a rabid bat. I was waiting for her rabies shot. I am quite sure she didn't get that on time. And then there was a kid that fell off the staircase, or the lack of a staircase, lack of a sidewalk down at the beach. And he had a broken finger, and he couldn't get in there for help either. He's still sitting there rocking 5 hours later, because he was there before I got there. And then there's the old people who come in, and they're in their wheelchairs with their oxygen machines, and they've been waiting as long as everybody else. There wasn't any triage, rhyme, or reason. I guess they were taking them according to criticalness. I was told as I walked out of there, if I had any sharp pain, or I couldn't suddenly breathe, or if I faint and fall on the floor, bring that to their attention right away. So I walked out after 4.5 hours, came home, and took another pain pill because my pain pill had worn off. And trying to breathe is really bad when I don't have one. I can try to force some air in there, and it's not quite as painful if I've got the medication. I don't like taking that stuff, but it's not anything important anyway. You add that with a couple of Tylenols, and it makes life tolerable. So I just want to get on with packing and getting ready to go camping and get this done and over with. That's why I did it, so hurry up with the healing, get going. I've been resting, laying in bed, sleeping 90% of the time. Couldn't get up and do much of anything else, just drinking broth. I haven't eaten anything in 2 weeks, just broth, liquids and stuff, and I couldn't care less if I ever eat again. I don't even miss it. It just takes time. But I just wanted to let you know that I never did get that x-ray, and I get to see the doctor this Thursday on the 10th. or Friday on the 10th. And I'll address all this stuff to him. It's the same stuff I said to him right after he got done the surgery. He's like, oh, he poo-pooed it then. Let's see what he does now. I don't know. But it really gives one pause to what's going to happen to all of us should a plague or any major thing happen. And if I had to go into that emergency room during a serious situation, I guess I just wouldn't go, because you know you're going to die in there. 4.5 hours later, if you're really sick. I actually saw a thing on YouTube where some woman walked in and she had waited so long to be seen, and I don't think it was a Georgia hospital, and she dropped dead on the floor. She had waited so long to be seen, she just, whatever she was in there for, and she just dropped dead. That was it. Now I can believe that that's true. Not that I didn't believe it before, but it's true. You could drop dead waiting to see somebody. So, I don't know. It's bad times. Get all your medications, get extra medications, get extra bandages, get extra splints, get extra whatever you could think you may need, short of massive emergency surgery of some sort. Get all your ducks in order, you know, your corn, your blisters, your boils, your whatever open sores, whatever you might encounter. From hemorrhoids to ingrown toenails. You better get your ducks in order now. Because should anything happen, a flu epidemic, anything, it's going to jam up that hospital wherever you live, and that hospital is wherever you are, whatever hospital there is around. If you have to wait 4.5, 5 hours, 6 hours, they friggin' starve to death before they'd see you. And I think everybody ought to learn how to take care of themselves. Patriot Nurse, she's gives all kinds of lectures on how to do stuff yourself. Anyway, that's my rant for today. I can't give an x-ray to myself, but I was thinking maybe if I go through one of those scanners at the airport. Trouble is, I can't be going through the scanner and looking in the scanner at the same time. I don't know, they see you naked, but I don't know if they see your internal organs inside those things. It was a thought, though. In a pinch. Maybe you could just lay on top of one of those x-ray machines that they run your purse and your bags through, and they just run yourself through it, and then you could see what's going on inside your innards. I don't think they'd let you do that either. But you're a lot quicker than waiting for an x-ray in an emergency room. And that's all I have to say about that today. You all have a nice day. It is 90-something. I think it's 90-something all over the country. Whew. Well, back to selling my surfboard. Won't be doing that either. Bye-bye.